Hello. Hi. Share the video real quick. And let me come find you. Hello. I'm coming to find you. It's 333. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Dana. Oh, I learned some good stuff and I thought this is so good. I just feel like everyone who's doing this work deserves to know. So I'm just popping on to tell you guys. Yay, Narissa caught me live. Hi, Janet. Hello. Who else is here? When you pop on, say hi to me. So the topic for today is, I learned some amazing stuff about Facebook algorithms, which make perfect sense. It all just like makes sense today. Like I already knew this, but I didn't put the pieces together correctly. Hey, Laura. Hi, guys. Thank you for saying hi. We're actually going to talk about that today. And then the other part of this is basically the algorithm stuff that's going on in Facebook and like what it feels like to have an online business versus the feeling that we have when we get to do life with other people. Like there's definitely days when hi Laura. There's definitely days when I daydream about like, well, what would it be like if I went into an office every day and I got to like hang out with the girls and like laugh about what happened last night and the dumb shit that someone I love did, or like the crazy thing my kids said, and we're like laughing and joking with each other and we get to see each other and be present with each other. And sometimes I daydream about that. I don't know if you guys are the same, because an online business is different. Like I have live events and stuff like that. Thank God for my live events when we're hanging out together and doing like a girl party. But and then even now this year, when we're starting public live events that are for everybody, which is super exciting, and they'll be really accessible. That's part of the reason why I'm doing it, is because I want to be with you guys, right? But I figured out something today, or I learned pieces of something. Somehow it was just like all the dominoes went off. And understanding what I finally get about and this is about Facebook, and it's about Facebook and engagement and algorithms. And it's the same thing that made me like fall in love with my business again. And I hired a mentor specifically for this. Yeah, me too, Janet. But I'm about to share today about how we can do that and how we can have that. All right, so I actually specifically went and found and hired a mentor who would help me understand the tension that I was feeling, because I was feeling like I love my people, I love my tribe, I feel like I'm friends with them, but I don't feel like I'm friends with them, and something's off. Like there was just something about this that was off, and something about it that I didn't like. So I literally went and hired someone just to work through this stuff. And I'm going to share with you guys what I paid thousands and thousands of dollars for. But I don't care, because I'm back in love with my business and everything makes sense again. Okay. So first, if you're new to me, please let me know. I love coming to say hi to you. I love knowing where you're from. I love going to snoop your page and just getting to know you, because I really actually like to know my people a lot. And if you're in my tribe, make sure you say hi to me. If you're on the replay, #replay. Okay, so here's the thing. Facebook, this is what I finally understand. Facebook algorithms are designed to mimic human behavior. Now, I already understood that, right? Because that's why you're not supposed to technically sell on your personal Facebook page, and the business pages are really designed for ads, because that's how businesses typically run, right? Like you run Facebook ads and stuff like that. Now, my business is completely organic. And I teach how to do that, and it's very simple and basic, but this is just going to take it all to the next level. This is so valuable, you guys. I'm so excited. Hi, Georgia. I'm so excited that I learned this. Okay. So we know that Facebook's algorithms are meant to mimic human behavior in friendships, right? And we know that the people that are on Facebook, the masses out there, that Facebook are listening to the feedback. they're complaining that there's like too much sales pitch and they just want to see family and friends because there's just a lot of entrepreneurs all over the place on there. And I understood that. I got that. Like, yep, I get it. Makes sense. And I'm still doing what I do because this is my gift to the world and I think it's super valuable, right? So for like months, I've been trying to put these pieces together. Like, here's the truth. What I didn't like about my business on Facebook was that sometimes I feel like I'm on a podium speaking to people, which is never, ever, ever what I ever friggin' wanted. I don't want to be on the stage. It's not me, right? Like, I know a lot of people that don't know me personally or intimately in my life would have no idea, but I'm a massive introvert, like massively. And the only reason that I show up so big and I'm willing to be like the face of my company and basically be the product of my company is because I was born with this massive need to share with everybody the stuff that I learned that made my life easier because my life was very difficult. And I know that all of the people here have been through massive amounts of shit and just want to have the power to be able to protect and take care of the people they love. And they want to have financial freedom and they want to have time freedom and they want to be able to enjoy their life, what feels like a very short life sometimes, right? So I'm so deeply aware of that it drives me and propels me, and I don't mind being the face. But it's certainly not something that, like, I don't have this drive for fame, and I don't think it's bad. I just think I just was born that wasn't my drive. I more have a drive for power to protect the people I love. Given my past and my history, that makes sense, right? Okay, so here's my point. I don't like what it feels like to feel like I'm talking at you. Like I'm on some kind of stage or podium and I'm talking at you. And that's what I finally understand I was feeling, right? So I'm starting to understand these Facebook algorithms, and I'm starting to start to understand what about my business I wasn't in love with. And part of what I wasn't in love with was feeling like there's these thousands of people, like 20-something thousand on Instagram, and between the business and the personal platform, it's like over 10,000 people. And like, how many people do I really know? Like 100 maybe people do I really know? And something about that felt a little bit lonely, or like I wasn't the same as, like I wasn't together with you guys. We weren't really doing it together. And since the day I started my business, my motto has been doing life together. Like that's what we're doing. We're doing life together. So when I heard this thing that I'm about to teach you about the Facebook algorithms, all of a sudden it all made sense. Hi, Leanna. How are you? Hi, Heather. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay. So what I finally understand is I knew that Facebook algorithms were based on human interaction, like a friendship, but I never really actually thought about what that meant. And what I realized was there's so many people who come on to my Facebook Lives or who read my blogs or who engage on any of my things, but they don't actually engage with me. They don't say hi to me. They don't talk to me. They don't tell me about them. Like, what happened with your kids today? Like we would do in the friggin' office when we're actually hanging out. As soon as I heard someone actually talking about what it's like in person, and I had already been having those daydreams, right? I was like having those daydreams about like, oh, like what would it be like if like us, right? Liana and Janet and Caitlin and Marva and Jacqueline and all the people here, if we were like hanging out in an office together, what would it be like? I wasn't having that experience all the time in my business in general. And Facebook is heavily where my business is. It's where the whole thing was built. And I was like, okay, so not only am I feeling tension because it wasn't just people engaging on my stuff, but it was also me giving myself permission to engage on other people's stuff. Like I felt like I'm not allowed to do that because you're kind of goofing off, right? Like I thought like, you're just giving yourself permission to kind of play with your friends. And so I was feeling a little bit of tension. Like I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to like go on their stuff and like comment and like play with my friends. Like I'm not allowed to because I need to make sure that I'm holding space for them and I'm creating the things that they need, etc. This is where the freedom comes in, right? I finally understood that not only is that an incredible way to build my business, it gives me what I need, which is that sense of being together with you guys, like we're hanging out together instead of me being on some freaking stage or podium. And it also built my business. It also serves you and helps you because you're going to see my content more. You're going to see the loves and the gifts that I have more. You're going to get to know me better, and I get to know you better, which means we're actually in relationship. So it heals all the things. Because Faith, when you come on here, this is what I finally understand. When you come on my Facebook and you actually comment and you engage, when you see my blog, this is how Facebook sees it. It's all going to make sense after this. I was like, ding, 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 when I finally understood this. So if you're outside and you're walking by the street and you see me and you didn't say hi to me, then we're not friends. If you did say hi to me, we are friends. It's the same thing on Facebook. If I see your post and I'm telling myself a story, no, Mandy, you can't go do that. You can't go off and just have fun and be friends with them because you have to actually like give them value. You have to go and create. You have to do your business stuff. You're not allowed to play. Then Facebook sees we're not friends. I'm not being your friend because I'm not actually engaging on your things and getting to know what is your kids' names? What do your kids act like? What's your pet? Who's getting divorced? Who's getting married? Who did what in their business? Who's celebrating what? And so Facebook's algorithms will separate us like we aren't friends, right? And it's the same thing. When I come on here and you guys see me, but you don't comment or post, you see me and then go past, or you see me and you stay on, but you don't actually say hi to me, or you don't share and engage with me, Facebook sees they're not friends and they will start to separate us. Does this make sense? So I was like, oh my God, I get to go play. I get like, oh my God, it's not irresponsible for me to actually like play with my friends, which is what it feels like on Facebook. It's actually, that is actually legit all by itself, a business strategy. Like, talk about getting the best of both worlds. This is so amazing. Makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. Same as, yes, right? Connection is everything. Epic and energizing. I agree. And so what started to happen was I started to be in love with my business again because I didn't feel like I had to isolate myself in a way just in order to be a good coach or a good leader or to just be loving and hold space. And it no longer felt selfish for me to like go and play with my friends on Facebook. And here was the other thing. All of a sudden I realized, oh, none of my friends know this either. Like, I didn't know, and I've been doing this for years, and I've been coached by some really incredible high-level people, and not once did it connect or click in my head that like, oh, Facebook algorithms are designed for friendship so that we're being friends and we're actually engaging and commenting on these other stuff. And if I don't, then we're not seen as friends. When they don't engage on my stuff, they're not seen as friends. And unless you're coming to my page, you're not going to see my stuff as much. And my stuff's not going to rank as much. And you're not going to rank as much because you're seeing people and you're skipping by them. So your algorithm goes down as well when you're not engaging on your stuff. So the people that you actually want to do life with, we get to release, we all have a bunch of different stories, right? Like, so my story was like, I'm being irresponsible, right? It's not responsible for me to go do that. Like, you can't just go play all day, Mandy. You can't get sucked into the online life, right? So other people's story, I've heard clients of mine, their story is like, sometimes they're afraid to engage on my stuff because like, well, I picked you as a mentor, Mandy. So if I engage on your stuff, then all my clients are going to see that they're going to come to you instead of me, which I completely get, right? Because I went through that same thing with my mentors, right? When I first hired Kat, I was like, well, like, if your shit's amazing, then, and I picked it, then why wouldn't they go to you? You've been doing this 7 years. I've been doing it for 3, right? And I got the greatest answer ever, which has served me ever since. And it's never been a thing again. I do whenever I want to. I never feel held back by that again. It was basically, if you're available for that, then that's what'll happen. If you're not available for that, that won't happen. And I was like, thank you. That was like 2 years ago. Never once has it ever gone through my head again. Right? Never. I'm the first person to say, anyone asks, like, who was your mentor? I have other mentors who I ask, who are your mentor, or who do you study from, or who do you whatever, and people won't give the information. I don't understand that. Until I remember when I was there, I just happened to get really great feedback right in the moment. Other reasons might be that we feel like, well, I guess on some level, we probably feel like that person's on a pedestal talking at us and not with us and being a friend with us, and that doesn't feel good. Like, we're probably longing for the same thing. Like, if someone else, if we're feeling like that person's up on a pedestal and they're talking at us, we don't want to engage because that doesn't feel good. So we're wanting to be with the people who are doing life with us. So if that person was never showing up or didn't know us and we're the only person engaging with them, then it would feel like that a little bit, right? And so like, I watch this has been going on in circles with people, and it's like, we don't actually build friendships on Facebook, but our entire business is based on friendship, and our entire life is based on friendship and relationship. And I finally understand how they both get to come together now. Because let's be real, we aren't going to spend a bunch of time playing. And if we feel like it's playing, or we feel like it's like, I'm just engaging with someone on a pedestal and I'm not building relationships, we're not going to do it. And so all of a sudden it was like, when you shift the belief behind it, the behavior instantly changes, right? It was that mixed together with, I did this blog one time. It was for you guys. And it was really about doing Facebook Lives, because I do Facebook Lives a lot, probably 3 to 5 times a week. And some of my clients really struggle even doing once a week. So it was to encourage those people to help rewire that pattern. And it was talking about, I have about 18,000 days left. And I'm so hell-bent on changing this world and supporting people who are healing and frustrating. And I know they're stuck in the pain. I know it because I've been there. And there were certain things that I got to hear and people I was around and energies I was around. And those energies supported me to be able to transfer through. And I'm just hell-bent on reaching those people, that the ones that are ready, the ones that are willing to step in, the ones are like, I get that I don't know how, but it actually doesn't matter because I'm so determined to make this shift, to actually to grow into this human being, that I'm all in. I see something that I know that's the energy I want to be around, and I jump in. So like, I'm determined to show up for those people. And so I was doing the blog and I was like, 18,000 days left. If you were really committed, and then I was like, fuck, if I was really committed, I would be doing a daily Facebook Live. If I really meant what I said, that I'm truly here to build relationships and be in it with people and do life with other people and find ways to reach the people that are suffering, that aren't getting that level of support, what would be the actual excuse to not do a Facebook Live? And then I got super, what's the word? Triggered, but I got, not vindicated. What's the word? When you're convicted. I got convicted and I was like, shit. So it was like a combination of all of these things that really, it was like, that was it. It was like the whole business changed. And I'm sure the people that I'm tracking with me have been seeing a different, me too, Mandy, have been seeing a different energy come through in my business. And this is why. It was like all of a sudden I finally understood that it's not goofing off or playing or being irresponsible for you guys. It's actually of service for you guys to actually go play with you and to catch up with you like we're having the friggin' meeting at work. But I think so many people are fine with not having the connection. Unfortunately, they just want to sell you on whatever they're selling. Roxanne, that's probably somewhat true. Here's a position I take on that, because I wrestled with that too. My position is, it's easy to think we know someone's intention. And it's easy for us to think that we know how someone feels. But the truth is, how would we know unless they've shared with us? Because people come off all sorts of ways, right? It's like, I know you definitely weren't applying it to this, but this is the thing that's on my heart, so I'm going to apply it to this, is, wealthy people think that poor people are lazy. This is a general conception. And in general, poor people think that wealthy people are very self-absorbed because they have Chanel's and Mercedes. But to wealthy people, it's just another thing that they got to have because it's not a big deal for them to purchase it. And there's a big disconnect. So I feel very cautious about presuming that I know how someone else feels. Just like people may have felt that I liked being up on the pedestal and I liked being up on the stage because I hadn't figured it out yet. I was thinking that it was irresponsible for me to go and truly be like engaging with my, like just getting to know my people and just getting to know the people that I'm blessed enough to want to do life with me, but that wouldn't have been true. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just feel really, and then if there are people that are that way, I guess I just don't put my attention on them. But I do hear what you're saying. I really do. Facebook is the new, it takes a village. Our communities are so spread out now. I agree, Jacqueline. I think some people also worry about boundaries as well, like they're crossing a line. I did, right? I thought maybe I was crossing a line, like I was being irresponsible. Yeah. Energies align or they don't. Even if people say the same thing, it may not resonate with them. Yes, agreed. That's why we all get to be showing up and doing our voice, because our voices are all a little bit different. So obviously not yet convicted. Thank you, Janet. Yes, convicted. Got me fired up, Jacqueline. Yes, it does feel better. When people connect and engage on socials, it feel like they really do care and they aren't just sitting up on a pedestal thinking they're better or further along. And now we get to know that if we were to make the assumption that people feel that way, that they maybe don't. That maybe they're just having trouble figuring out how to do friendships on an online platform. I mean, hell, when I started dating again and I was on an online dating app, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was so bad. It wasn't even funny. I was like, I cringe, like looking back how I first showed up in dating. It's like, it's definitely cringeworthy. Like even just dating online is way different than dating in person and meeting someone through an app and doing online, this kind of intentional online work can be a little bit confusing. And I feel like there's going to be so many more layers and levels for me to understand and unravel this. But this was a big one. And I was like, no, I'm not saving this for a group or like for my high-end people. Like I feel like we all deserve and need to hear this because it really did change everything for me. And I feel like I fell in love with my business all over again. Like I've loved my business, but now I'm like obsessed. in love with my business. I feel like I get to have everything that I wanted in my business now, whereas before I felt a little bit like I was not allowed to be with everybody. And like I was saying do life with everybody, and I was doing life the best I knew how to do with everybody, but it didn't actually feel like doing life with people. And honestly, this is why I started the Happy and Wealthy group, because it was every single day. Like every single day. And then it was so amazing doing life every day with people. I was like, this is what I wanted to do. And they're having the most massive breakthroughs because we're doing it every day. And that's why I was like, no, we're doing this for a year. And that's why I did the Happy and Wealthy experience, which starts Monday, by the way. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Totally, that's a great way to look at it. Yeah, you make really good points, Roxanne. Same. I wanted to share something with you the other day, but felt like I can only share that in one-on-one, like paid boundary. I don't know. Yes, thank you for saying that, Janet. No, like I want nothing more than for people to be like friends with me. Like I'm friends with the people that are my mentors. I would never have a mentor. Actually, it's really true that I would never keep a mentor that I feel like I'm not friends with, because I just let go of one. I had a mentor for I don't even know how long, 5 months or so, and they don't know me or my kid's name, and I was like, that doesn't feel good. I don't like that. I don't know anything more about them, and so I said, I'm all set, thank you. And I released that one because I feel like I'm doing life with you. Like how awkward does that feel that I'm like in your circle, right? Like circle of just being, like I'm aware that you exist and I exist, but we're not getting to know each other anymore. Yeah, I feel like I'm so clear that it's just doing life together. That's it. Like what that actually would look like in person is what it gets to look like here. And all the rest of the boundaries are all shenanigans. I'm actually a bit mind blown, like what you said about assuming people's intention. I know, Roxanne. You know how that started? Because it was with homeless people. And I would always be giving homeless people money, and then constantly I was like weirdly surrounded by people who were like, they're just gonna spend it on alcohol. That's irresponsible, Mandy. You can't, $20 to a homeless person, they're just gonna get drunk, they're gonna die of an overdose. And I was thinking, yeah, God forbid, 1 out of 5 times that person is truly suffering and starving and needs food, and I didn't give money. I'm not the one. Sorry. Go get your drink. I'd rather you go get a drink than me pass up somebody who's like, the thought of passing up somebody who's starving and not giving them money with the positive assumption of like, here's a person in need. I'm going to give of what I have out of the overflow and the blessings that I have and support you. And I'm not going to control what the rest of it looks like, is how I decided to live life, because I decided that there's zero tolerance for me walking by a human being who's starving and not helping them. And so like, that's how it started. And then I just started seeing that I get to apply that to everything. Like instead of being cautious of the people who maybe do have bad intentions, I'm just going to trust that my soul will teach me. And trust me, I just had a conversation with someone today from someone in my past who was really shady and did take advantage of me in massive amounts of ways, and like still to this day is doing things. And I just decided that that was still worth it. Like I still get to be the kind of human being who assumes the best in people and who keeps an open mind about things. And that just feels good for me. Honestly, it's almost even a little bit selfish, because doesn't that feel good? It just feels good to assume people are good. And then when they prove themselves that they're not good, then you learn the lesson, you clean it up, and you're more savvy about that the next time. And then people don't have access like that to you anymore. I think that just feels, oh, thanks, Susan. Susan dropped the link. Let me see if I don't know how to pin it on my phone. I'm so glad that I did decide to come on and do this for everybody as a live and not in the group, because I was going to do it in the group and I was just like, no, this is changing my life. I need to tell everybody. I'm just going to pin it at the top myself, Susan, because I don't want to find it. Thank you for dropping it though. Happy experience. Oh yeah, and you guys can just PM me if you're interested in the year-long that we're doing. I made it really incredibly super affordable. Like you're gonna crap your pants when you see the level of access to me and the price that I put it at. It's insane. I'm super excited because I'm just coming back to life, doing life with people. And I was like, yeah, this isn't a money-making thing for me. This is a let's learn how to do life together thing for me. I know I need to hear that 5 more times. Well, good thing it's on recording. Yes, Janet, always. Like look, we get to hold other people as able. So if my clients came on and they were like getting free, like if they were trying to get free coaching or something in a way that didn't feel good for me, I would love them and see them. And then I would let them know what I had available, where I would give whatever that is that they're looking for. That's still, it's like always fine. 100% of the time, I always want someone to share something they have in their heart, or they want to ask, or they want it. Like always, I always want that. That is what I feel like I was born to do brave shit, invest in huge epic ways, and then take it and curate it and then hand it down in ways that can support other people. I mean, I'm a human being. We like to help people, and we like to feel like we did good and we supported people and we're making a difference in the world. Like that's why we do what we do. Virtually every live I watch, Mandy says something that pings a light bulb for me. It's freaking me out. Oh my God, you're so funny. I know what you mean, Roxanne, because we're all the same. We really are all the same. And it's my joy and my honor to pass down anything that can support you. I love this. It was like that in the office environment. So why not now, right? Especially with us girls. We need like office hangout time for sure. Yay, because you're like the person I wanted to share with. Yes, Janet. So now you know 100% of the time it's always available. I'm so good at that. I would just say like, hey, yeah, post this in the group, or hey, yeah, that's what we're doing in here. Or, oh, I have this resource available if it was something outside of what I would do. But most of the time, I'm always just looking to give the maximum amount of value I can always give, because there's always the next level. Why would I ever hold back? This is how it is for me, because I know a lot of people get confused about like, well, how much, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent and that's nothing to do with the topic, but I feel like this will support you guys as well. Some people are like, well, how do I know how much value to give on Facebook? And if I'm giving so much value for free on Facebook, then what would I use for my paid content? And then if I have low end groups, how do I know the difference between how much I give them between like my high ends and my masterminds and stuff like that? Honestly, it just doesn't work like that. My value is to give the maximum amount of value that I have to give at all given moments. And what happens is on the lower end groups, it's like I'm aware of their investment level and how much they can handle and what feels good and energetically, and I give everything that I have to give at the touch points with them. And the higher level people invest, it's just like the closer and the more access they have to me, right? So my one-on-one clients have literal indefinite access to me, and I'll even set up reminders to remind them of things or check in on stuff, or like I go through their sales pages, like everything. That's like my one-on-one clients, right? So it's just like they just get closer and closer levels of access to me and more of my time and attention. That's all. You really are always safe to just give all the maximum amount of value you have to give at every given moment. Nothing bad can ever come from you doing that, ever. Nothing bad will come from that. You don't have to overcomplicate it or overthink it. Just keep showing up and just giving everything that you have to give and loving on your audience, right? Yes, I always say I believe from the start. It's up to you to veer from that. Yes, girl. This is random as fuck, but your makeup is on point. Your lashes. Thank you. I did just get my lashes done yesterday. And I think it's this new light I got was kind of bright. And I got the whiter hair, which I love. I want to go white. So good, Wisdom. I love that. Yes. Okay, so here's the deal. I've been mulling over like, okay, how are we going to do this together? Because it could feel a little daunting, feeling like, okay, now I'm supposed to spend my whole life online and I'm supposed to engage with all these people. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not the point. It's not supposed to feel hard. It's not supposed to feel like another task or another to-do list. So what I was thinking was we could do a challenge of some sort, which has never felt good for me up until now. In case you've not noticed, I've never done like a Facebook challenge or something like that. And that has never felt good. But I thought, I'll announce it coming soon. I haven't figured it out quite yet. Maybe you guys could collaborate on ideas. But what I'm thinking is we will do some kind of challenge where the people who want to get involved can comment below on the post. And then we'll literally have like a group of people that we tag in each other's stuff, that we go and love and support. And we'll kind of do this thing where we just sort of get that traction and the momentum going. And what it'll also do is give us a chance to like practice just checking in, because if someone has a big long post, you can still give them love and you can still check in on their energy and recognize what they're like, the gist of what they're going through. It doesn't mean you have to sit there and be like detailed like you would with a client or something like that when you're actually showing up in work. You can actually just like we are with girlfriends. How many times when you're with a girlfriend, she's telling you a detailed story, you get the gist of what she's saying. It doesn't mean you listen to every single detail, especially the ones that tell a lot of stories. Like, it's okay for us to do this like real life. So I was thinking about some kind of challenge that we can do, challenge that we can do. So I'll announce that coming up. I just have to get clear of like how my intention is to think about. I was thinking like, okay, the intention is for us to do this, do life together. That's it. break through any limiting beliefs or patterns that we have around why we couldn't, right? Like for me, it's like, you're being irresponsible, Mandy, you're playing, not time to play, you need to work. In anything where like, I don't want other people to be seen because then maybe, whatever. There's a million things that you could think in that moment, right? So it's like practicing breaking through any of those and seeing anything that gets flushed up that we can work through. And then 3, it's also just like, okay, how could we make this fun and easy and not feel like another task and not feel overwhelming for us, so that we can actually do life with other people and just have fun and just enjoy it and boost the shit out of our Facebook algorithms, because we're savvy people who we're just going to multitask and we're going to get lots of things done at once because that's what we do, especially us women. Yes, girl, I see you, Janet. So I will let you know what I come up with for that. But I think it's going to be a crap ton of fun. And I'm definitely doing it in the Happy and Wealthy experience for sure. We're going to be doing a lot of that because I just feel like that's a lot of fun, and it's an easy, fun, epic way to meet our needs as people and to also work on building our business with the Facebook algorithm. So I will let you know what I come up with that. For the Happy and Wealthy experience, I have gotten a couple questions that I'll address right here. One of the questions was basically like, what the content would be over the year. And it's hard to say because I could plan out what the content is, but in a year I'm going to grow exponentially. I mean, I'm just going to keep multiplying and multiplying who I am and just keep growing so fast. So are you. That's what we do. This is how we do life. So I could plan out what I'm going to tell you now, but I'm going to grow so fast that I would be holding back the value if I stuck to that. So the truth is, I will share the maximum amount of value. I will give you everything that I learned as I go. But we are going to be covering all of this kind of stuff. Like, how are we easing up like any of the tensions that we're feeling when we're trying to build our business moving forward? It's community, it's doing life together, it's every single day checking in and celebrating each other and tracking with each other and doing life together. And it's having a mentor who guides you and who can sort of predict stuff coming up. And if you like how I teach, or you like my mentorship, or you like my energy, this is the place to go, because I've literally never created something that is this accessible with my level of presence and energy in there. I was a little bit nervous doing it because I was like, holy shit, this is like, there's a lot of my energy is going to be in this group. But here's the truth. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Doing the Happy and Wealthy group with the like 40 people that are in there has been one of the most fun experiences that I've had in my business. Just so much fun, just so amazing. The energy, the love, the support. It's just, it just made my life better. And I just wanted to do more of that with more people. That was it. And I wanted the people who have been feeling like they haven't had access to high level mentors or high level tribes, that this is like, maybe they can't afford, the Diamond Mastermind, or they're not, I shouldn't say can't afford, because all of that's bullshit. The story they're telling themselves is they can't afford, but maybe they just don't feel ready, or just doesn't feel in alignment yet. This is a place where you can have high level, high end people who are crushing it, 30K months, all the way down to people who are not down to, all the way across the board to people who maybe are just getting warmed or started up. And then we're literally just doing life together, and I'm going to be showing up, giving you the maximum amount of value. It's going to be completely over the top value and love and support in that group. So if that feels like it resonates with you and you're just feeling like, nope, this is the kind of life I want to do, then the investment is $555 a month. I designed it to be a $1K a month program. So for people who weren't ready for the $3,500 or the $6K a month, it was going to be a $1K program so that, basically everybody could get in. Then I just decided I was going to fucking cut it in half. Then I liked the numbers 555. Those are the numbers I picked back when I did Gabby Bernstein stuff. I only did one course of hers, but I remembered I learned to pick a number and look for the sign. And that was my number. So I picked 555, which is insane. So I highly recommend getting into this program. The doors are closing soon. I'm not sure when, probably in about a week. And the price is going to go up. Monday when we start, the price will go up. So it's $555 until Monday night. And we begin on Monday, and it's weekly love and weekly support in the group. These are the vibes. This is doing life together. We're going to do tons of fun, crazy, epic, awesome shit. And we have a live event, and you get access to my Millionaire Mind membership, which is an entire membership that's been built out for like 8 months of all resources, tech how-tos, how to do everything, sales pages, and all the kind of things that we get stuck on trying to do in our business. So all of that stuff is in there. Plus, like what to do when you're freaking out about money, or what to do when you're getting your ass kicked, or how to stay on track once you get started, all those kind of audios. And then I also have meditations in there to support you guys and everything. So it's like, basically, you're going to have so much support you wouldn't even know what to possibly do with it all. It's just like overflows of support. And you would be shocked at how much results my clients get and the girls and the guys that I'm doing life with are getting simply because they're just in a state of overflow, and that's it. It's like, I'm not going to take credit for that. They chose to be in a tribe, and this tribe shows up so powerfully. These people show up so powerfully, and we just love each other so big that we all thrive in the environment, including me. I was thriving in the environment as well, which is why I decided to do it for a year at such a low price, because I got so much out of it myself and loved doing it. So that's it. I just decided I get to. I'm the boss. I get to do that because it feels good. 555 angel number indicates change is on the way. That's right. The change did happen. Man, did my business. And it was like, right? It's like that feeling of when it all of a sudden just clicks and just starts working and like the floodgates open. And it's just like, you know, new people are coming from everywhere, and I know that people are feeling loved and feeling supported, and I'm feeling like I'm just madly in love with my business again, and I'm just enjoying every single piece of every single thing that I'm doing. And we hired like 4 new people, and the business is just expanding, and I love the new people that I hired. I mean, they're so amazing. I feel so well taken care of and supported, and I mean, they're just doing way above and beyond anything I thought that would even be possible for them to do. I can't believe how brilliant these people are. So, oh, Leanna just joined. Welcome, Leanna. Yay, doing life with Leanna. Yeah, it was like just doing it this way made me realize that it's like it unlocked everything. It's just the floodgates just started opening, and it's like everything just started working. And I didn't even know it could even work better than it was. Like, it was already so amazing. I had no idea that I could just go that effortlessly and just like, right? Like, I can't, and not only is it working so effortlessly, but I feel like I'm getting everything that I want. Well, all I really ever wanted was, I didn't want a damn stage. I don't want the stage. I don't. And I know some people do, and that's great. And so they can do it the other way, because that does build a stage. I don't want the damn stage. I just want to be with people. I want to be like in a huddle, in a hut together. And I just want to be like present with each other. And I want to know you. And I want to have the raw, real conversations. I don't want to talk about some dumb bullshit that doesn't matter. I want to talk about the real shit, the stuff that's really going on, the stuff that we're really struggling with. And like, how do I hold tension of wanting to love and support people and change the world, but I also want to be rich? And how do those two go together? And like all these real life, honest conversations. And like, I feel triggered by letting people know that you're my mentor, because then they might come after you instead of hiring me. And I feel like I don't belong. And if I show up too messy and I'm like, I'm coming in hot, and then everyone's going to kind of be like, oh, like everyone else is celebrating, you're not allowed to be in a bad mood. And like, these are the kind of things I love talking about, and I love getting into. I love when people ask raw, honest conversations, because that tells me I'm being present with myself, and I'm being present in life, and I'm telling the truth, right? And I'm bearing my soul, and it's an honor for me to be around people that bear their soul, because I know what it feels like to be around people who like shoot the shit, and I'm not about it. I don't want to be on stage, and I don't want to shoot the shit with you. I'm sorry, I just don't. I can't take it no more. Yes, big talk and real talk. Yes, I was planning to since the first day, just finally had a moment at the computer. Yes, I'm so glad you're doing this with us, Liana. It's going to be incredible. Just, you guys, wait, I have so many things and goodies planned for you guys. It's been like the funnest thing planning ever. Like, so much fun. Okay, I love you guys. Aw, because you're awesome, yo. Takes one to know one. Thanks, you guys. I so love on the other people doing awesome shit and lighting up the world. Right. Yes, Mandy, you're incredible at loving on people. You have such a feminine, gentle way about you. I love it. I've always noticed it. Janet brings the energy and the real talk. Love it. And Liana's like this badass, bright, fuck, I can see that girl 27 miles away. I love it. So much power pouring out of this girl. Jacqueline. Okay, I love you guys. I'm really hoping to see a lot more of the tribe doing this year with us, because we're literally going to get together in person, and I just want you there. So let me know if it's something that you're wanting to do. The price is $555 a month. It goes up on Monday. We begin on Monday. It's every single week. I'm going to be in there all the time because it's just so epic. The energy is so amazing. Of course, I'm going to be in there. You're welcome. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. And yes, to Janet's point, ask anything you want to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. If I'm directing you somewhere, I'll direct you somewhere, but ask anything and everything. It's my joy and my honor to pass anything that I have to give to you guys. This is just a whole bunch of heart-centered people that are here to make a difference and thrive and change the world and be an example of thriving and happiness and joy to people. And that's what we're here to do. And I will help any way that I can. I got really good boundaries. So don't be worried about like, oh, I'm saying too much. You're never saying too much. None of us are ever saying too much, right? I always felt like I was on the outside. I was, too Christian or not Christian enough, or I talked too much or asked too many questions, or I asked the wrong questions. Like I asked the real stuff like, hey, I heard you were getting divorced. Is everything okay? When I was like a kid, and people were like, shh, you're not supposed to talk about that. And I'm like, what am I supposed to talk about then? Oh, the meatloaf tastes good? Like, oh, get out of here. I couldn't take it. I hated it. And nothing has really changed. Okay, I love you guys so much. Let me know if you're interested in the program. Welcome, Liana. I cannot wait to get started. Oh my God, that's me, right? I know, that's most of us. That's why we kind of congregate together, because we're like, I don't know what this shit is over here, but I can't deal with it no more. I feel like I'll just die if I have to keep dealing with it. I was always told like, Mandy, there's no filter between your brain and your mouth. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So I think that some of the people in that I'm doing life with, they have figured out that I have no filter. And so they like to say kind of fucked up things to me, because then it gets stuck in my head and it ends up coming out my mouth. And I feel like some people have figured that out. So they will say these things to me and then they'll be like, I know I'm going to hear that on one of your Facebook lives eventually. And I'm like, could you not capitalize on my lack of filtering going on? Hi, Richard. How are you? Hi, Tammy. Yeah. So we were just talking about people hopping on and not saying hello to me. Like you're not my friend. Emma and Kelly and Inez. Yeah, see, so there's a lot of this going on where people hop on and don't say hi to me being friends. And that's what I finally started to figure out, like, oh, that's what I do. That's what everybody's doing, because we don't get it. So for those of you that did hop on and didn't say hello or didn't comment, I would go back and watch this, because your mind's going to be blown. You're going to finally understand Facebook, and you may love your business or your life so much more, especially if you're running a social media business. Hi, Tammy. Yes. Thanks, friend. Going for the live today. I needed a few minutes with you all. Yes, sending you all the love and all the vibes and all the go-get-ems. Roxanne and Jacqueline, are you ladies in the experience? Get them, Janet. I'm just kidding. Come do life with us. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Have a fantastic day. Hi, Cara. Been in the car. Yeah, I know some people are busies, but still. This is why we're practicing. This is why I'm going to come up with this. I'll figure out the challenge and I'll let you guys know. It's going to be something epic. I may end up just doing it in the experience, or I may do it with the public. We'll see. I just got to sort it out. I haven't quite figured out the piece of like, what is the way to do it that's just super easy and fun and like will make it the easiest possible for us, versus like it trying to be something that we have to do, like more of a task. I don't want it to feel like a task. I want it to feel like we just met up in the office and we're chilling and hanging out in the office. That vision I've had for 2 years. We're making it come to life. I get to have the things that I want. I'm working my tail off hoping to get the investment together. Yes, Roxanne, sending you all the loves and the creative juices. And one of the things I do that is a power move that very few people listen, but the people that do have amazing breakthroughs, is I write down 100 ways that I could come up with whatever that first investment is that I've ever needed when I'm moving forward in my business. Like 100 ways. Don't be attached to how. It doesn't have to look like a particular way. Literally any way in the whole entire planet, 100 different ways. And if you actually sit there and write all the way to 100, your mind will absolutely expand, because what happens is the first 30 or 40, you're just writing down things you've already thought of. The whole point of doing this exercise is to get beyond that. So we're actually at the place where now we're starting to come up with the creative things beyond what we're already in our awareness. And that's when we start to come, like, oh my God, those are things that will actually really work, and you'll do it every time. It's never failed me. But I'm telling you, at about like 60 or 70, massive temper tantrums are coming out. There is nothing else. That's all stupid. It's hilarious. Yeah, let me know how the temper tantrums go. No stripping. Unless it's stripping for your husband, and your husband's going to then be motivated to do overtime. I don't know if you're married or not. I'm going to have to come find out after this. Chuck, perfect timing to hop on. Okay, see what just happened? We were hanging out in the office and a guy walked by when we were talking about stripping for a husband. That's what just happened. We nailed it, ladies. Bam. It would only take one night. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, I feel like that was a massive success right there. Perfect. Absolutely nailed it. Oh, I do love you guys. Okay, I'm going to go stalk all your pages now if you just want to know. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find out if Roxanne's married, if her husband's there, because that's going to be hilarious. Okay, guys, I love you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know any ahas that come up for you with this. And I can't wait to see the rest of you in the group. I literally cannot wait till Monday. Have a fantastic day. If you're just hopping on, #replay, make sure you catch the beginning of this. It's absolute brilliance. I just handed you thousands of dollars worth of information that I finally understand from hiring my own mentors. And I just gave it away for free, and you deserve it. And I hope it serves you, and I hope it changes your entire life like it changed mine. And I hope you fall madly in love with your friendships and people and tribe and business all over again. Okay. You're very welcome. All right. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.